Howdy, folks, and welcome to another episode of 7,000 Volts Living an Electrified Life. Yeah, I got the cowboy thing going on today. I had a family reunion this weekend, and it was absolutely fabulous. So the banquet on Saturday night, it was a cowboy thing. It was the first time I wore a cowboy hat in a while, and so I thought I'll bless you guys with wearing it today. The kids had a blast. My wife couldn't go. She was under the weather that day. She wasn't at her best. And so it's just me and my 5 children, cowboy boots and cowboy hats, and the whole theatrics of it. It was very exciting. The kids did their rodeo dancing and they just had a ball. It was a blast. For moments, number one, being at a family reunion, I didn't have to cook. There's other good cooks in the family, so I was able to sit back and enjoy some good cooking, some good eating, and enjoy time with family. Not only my kids, but extended family that I haven't seen in a while. It was fabulous, to say the least. So, today's episode, I want to speak directly to our youth today. There's a thing out where our youth, for whatever reason, think that we don't hear you. Well, let me for foremost say that I hear you. Can I answer and beckon to every call of every youth? It's not possible. This is the purpose of this podcast. So I want to speak directly to you, especially for the ones that are listening. Everybody have different situations that we're born into, and our job is to make the best out of it. You know, there's a thing in mentoring with kids. You know, I have my own 5 that I not only do I father, but I also mentor with them, planting those seeds. And so, interesting, planting those seeds. That's the key right there. Like what I do is I plant seeds. I don't have the ability to change hearts and make decisions for people. That's God's job. My job is to plant seeds. God's job is to change your heart. And with that being said, like nobody starts at the top. I'm speaking to my youth today because we all have to start somewhere. We can't get jealous of somebody else's success. We can't shrink ourselves because whatever situation that we've been born in. So I give you 2 people. One is one of my favorite people. If you read my book yet, or you're getting ready to read it, is Oprah. I'm not going to tell her story. If you know her, dig into it, you'll know her story, because she could have let her childhood determine her entire life, but she didn't. And so I say this with caution because everybody has a journey in this story to go on, and we have our ups and we have our downs, but we have to navigate through that. Like, am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I struggle? Absolutely. Do I focus on my struggles? Absolutely not. Why not? Because what we focus on grows the most in our life. And I want to talk to you because there is hope. Your best days are in front of you. You just have to recognize that. You know, it's easy to say, oh, well, she got a better life or he has a better life than me. And then you're not focusing on you. What can you do for yourself? How can you navigate through life so you're not shrinking, or you're not putting up this wall? Oh, nobody never hears me. I'm going to commit suicide. I'm going to do this. Please stop. And I'm not saying it arrogantly. I'm not saying it to minimize whatever your situation may be. I pray for you, because suicide is serious as well. But some people use it as a defense mechanism. And I have some family members. I won't say his name. I have a nephew, and I did a test, and he'll call and ask me, can I do this? Can I have this? No problem. I think I did it for like 3 or 4 times. No problem. He's happy. He got what he wanted. He moved on. So I said, okay, enough of Mr. Nice Guys. Now let me start the insert where I can actually help him and start asking questions. Well, when that moment came, he became combative. He became the excuses. Well, nobody ever did anything for me, and this that, and the other. And I explained to him, I said, nephew, you have no kids. You have no real responsibility or bills. How can I help you so you don't always need financial help? He wasn't interested in that. He was only interested in what I can give him. And that's not good. That's not good for anybody. Because if you're only interested in what you can get from someone and use that person to your own purpose, and that's not good. Because when you have that mindset of entitlement, oh, they have, so they should just automatically give it to me because I don't have. Well, that's handing you a set of crutches, and you can never really be able to stand on your own 2 feet once you travel down that road. It's interesting. I don't know if I ever had that same type of mindset, but I did have a mindset of entitlement, especially to those people that helped me. It seemed like I leaned on them more than what I should have, until I understand the way I understand now. And I'm very grateful that they didn't give up on me, and I was able to see life through a different set of lenses. And I'm able to teach others. I'm teaching you now under the sound of my voice that tunes into this podcast. And it's very interesting that corrective guidance, when you actually try to give somebody meat and potatoes for them to soar in life, to take them to beyond levels than they can ever imagine, it becomes a fight. And I speak to you today, young people. And I'm not here for everybody. I'm here for those to plant those seeds that they're interested in change, interested in the nuggets that I have to offer. Again, my role is not to change your heart and change your life. My role is to plant the seeds so they can grow, and you can taste the side of life that you believe and hope for, because it's available to you. My role is not to sell a pipe dream or tell you, oh, do this, go buy property so you can get rich quick, because it don't exist. There's so much material out there. I said in the episode last year about you have to do the science method and check all this information that's coming in. Again, I have nothing to sell you. If you want to buy my book, buy it. It'd be a great help to you. But this is not what this podcast is about. Am I going to promote my book? Absolutely. But I wrote my book for a reason. I wrote it to tell my story and for it to help others to understand that there is help. You can get yourself in trouble. You can get locked up. You can make bad decisions. But that's not the end of the story. There's so much opportunity in our creation ability to just having that mindset that takes us on a journey in life where we can actually enjoy it, where we're not bickering and complaining about every little thing in life. We all get bad breaks, but we stand up, we march forward, and there's days we get to put on the cowboy hat and just have a good time with your family or friends. Speaking of family, I know everybody's situation is different. We lose our loved ones, we get separated, we get displaced. Some people get adopted, some people end up in foster care. But that's not the end of the story. We have to forge forward and find new family. I have my immediate family at home, my kids and my wife. I have my work family, my staff that works for me. I have other family through family and friends. They're not blood related, but you forge these relationships that do life with. And that's just a part of the puzzle. You know, if you have friends and they're not adding to your life and you're adding to their life, or nobody's adding to each other's life, you know, this may be your season to change the friends who you hang out with. And the reason being, because that's a part of the formula of success. You want to monitor who you're spending your time with. This is some of this stuff is directly from my book. And the reason being is it's time out for excuses. I'm not saying all youth and young people are making excuses, but there are a lot that are. Like, there's no justified excuses or resentments in life, period. regardless of what you've been through, that somebody that been through something a little worse. You know, we had some accidents on the job just this week, and a window got broke, a pipe got broke. Guess what? Wasn't time to get upset that things got broke. You know, I put my, I clunked my cowboy boots down in the dirt, and we handled it. We got it fixed and we moved on, because that's what happens when things don't go right. You forge forward. You find a solution to your problem. And the reason why you look for those solutions, if you can't find them, then you have to start intentionally looking for a solution. Because if you don't, you start to bicker and complain about a small problem that can turn into jealousy, because you, for some reason, think that the people that you see on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, they just have the perfect life and nothing bad ever happens. That is farthest away from the truth as it can possibly be. Life is gonna life. Life is gonna happen. Again, you have to forge your way forward and find solutions to problems that occur. If you give too much energy being upset that somebody cut you off in traffic, that turns into road rage. My friends, family, and guests, you have to be intentional about being successful in life. There's a reaction to your actions. I have nice white teeth because I brush them 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day. So this is my reward for brushing my teeth. So if you want white teeth like mine, hey, start brushing yours. If you don't brush your teeth, I'm not saying or accusing anyone of not brushing your teeth, but it makes no sense to be jealous of somebody else's smile when you can have the same identical smile. Maybe you can't have this smile, but you have your own unique style. No one should try to be like anyone but their self. And when you do that, it's less stressful. It's more rewarding, because you spend your time and energy creating the life that you want for yourself. I recently spoke at a gathering, and I left them with those same words. If you don't like the life that you have, create a new one. Write a new chapter. Why? Life is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. Where you're at in life right now, whatever you got going on, good, bad, or indifferent, it's the life that you created for yourself. You just haven't realized it yet. You know the life that I created for myself as a young teenager? I created a life as a criminal. And the direct reaction to that, first time being arrested, it landed me in prison. And those are not proud moments in my life. You know, I got too close to a power line and I got electrocuted. And so I'm a living testimony to even be here. This is a part of my purpose in life, to be a giver, to plant seeds like I'm doing today. This podcast, my book, my business, it's not about me. It's not about money. It's about being a creator, creating not only the life that I want for myself and my family, but being a help where I can plant seeds that help other people in their life. So the seeds that I'm planting today, now you have to understand the science of how seeds work. Some seeds, like weeds, they grow really fast. When it gets, all it needs is a little water and rain. You don't know what you're going to get with weeds, but they grow pretty fast. And other seeds, they grow in seasons. One of the slowest growing seeds is a live oak, one of the strongest trees in the root system on the face of this earth. And sometimes it takes a while to get where you're going. You take a football player or a baseball player or a basketball player. They didn't just get a contract to play football or basketball. And yep, you got some people that came straight out of high school like Kobe and LeBron. But guess what? They've been playing since they were 8 or 10. So they at least got 10 years of experience before they got their breakthrough. You have to become that professional. You have to become really good at what you do to get recognized for doing it. whether you're starting a business or you're working for somebody, at some point in life, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, you can do it. I have what it takes. You have to constantly say that to yourself, because it's easy to give up if you get jealous of one. I'm bad at that. I used to, I've learned how to control the jealousy. We're going to call it just what it is. Stop being jealous of other people, because they have to live their life and you have to live yours. And it's a good jealousy now. It's an admiration. I'm like, man, I'm proud of that person. They're doing a good job. I like that. I admire that. They make me want to be a better version of me. Why? Because I respect what they're doing. I respect the hard work they put in to get where they're at. It gets no simpler than that. It's when you put in the work. The formula to success is you putting your time in. Do you want to be a multimillionaire? That's not what this show is about, but you can. Do you want to be successful with your health? Do you think you're overweight? Well, you can control that as well too. We talk about it in my book. You have to be careful what you put in your mouth. Watch with your eyes and hear with your ears. That's all a part of your creation. Again, the life that you currently live, whatever situation that you're in, good, bad, or indifferent, is a direct result of the life that you've created for yourself. So as I close this episode down, let's just keep it simple. I'm going to go over some simple strategies that I gave you. I'm going to break it down like this. The formula is to study, learn, and apply. Stay consistent. Some people are consistent. They consistently do things their way that doesn't lead to success, and it doesn't help them reach their goals. Align your energy, beliefs, and actions. It gets no simpler than that. Everyone has a story behind their success. Cheer others on, but write your own journey. You're not behind. You're just getting started. Keep growing, glowing, and going. That's my time for today, folks. Stay electrified. Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and we're going to keep this energy going. Have a blessed day.